We are a minute left before the match. So let's have a look at the NC warp gate. And we are seeing galaxies, finally, Valkyries. So we are going to see drops here. And we are seeing Thunderers, Ants. No MBTs, I think. No RSs, I'm not seeing any. And if we go on, this should be the tier 1. And equal aircraft amounts. But this time with 3 MBTs, 4 Thunderers, a lot more runs. Like we have 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mosquitoes, so yeah. This should be an interesting battle. We'll look at the air battle, I guess.
Both TR and NC pretty much have the same sort of like composition here.
I haven't seen any MBTs for NC. But it's interesting to see both teams having drops vehicles, so galaxies and oh god, they are crashing. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cry.
No, that galaxy. Please tell me there's 12 people inside it.
That's been a recurring problem with Outfit Wars, that when the timer goes down, the warp gate kind of glitches and people have died leaving the warp gate.
I'm cutting the music so we can now speak freely. But both teams, did they try to deny the either? No, no. They are flipping points here. TR is trying to deny the A point capture. I'm seeing TR, a lone TR, but I don't think he's going to be able. I need to slow down my camera. I don't think he will be able to deny to slow down the capture. NC once again has a 10-second advantage on the on the TR capture. VS has flipped all points. Interesting enough. That being said, NC really won the quickest flip battle, I think here. No, actually, yeah, the E and the B point are even, but that's for the VS front, so I'm not sure it's going to be really useful.
NC erecting several anti-infantry turrets within the capture point on A.
The G point is where the fight will be. There's already like 2 squads of NC. And TR is on the F point. Maybe they know they can be captured, so they are going to defend it.
TR with a big strike nest at relic F, decimating the ESFs around the G point.
Right. I'm not getting the UI, so you know what? I'm going to flip to save a match and back to here. I'm going to cut the screen so that. I hope it's going to work. Yep, I have the score. It's working. I'm going to type that hack and look at that. We have the score now, but it's the match information is blocking it. It's not aligned with the right name, so the VSTR names are using I wrote is not the right ones. But at least you have the score now. So let's have a look. Nobody flipped any base from the warp gates from their enemies, so no atoms were made. The G point is in solid ends from the NC. Nobody's flipping H and I. And the venue seems to be quite
TR advancing on
safe.
relic A right now.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it is a good idea to attack and harass the main warp gate base because it's preventing them from getting any control from the middle point. Like the G point here is has no advantage if it's cut off from the warp gate. Of course, in a 1v1 setup, the B and the central lanes will be contested by the VS. But right now, I don't think VS is. Oh, they are taking the Rick I. The Rick H is not being flipped right now. NC should really have someone on that point, even just to flip the point. The MBTs are definitely destroying that base. The Cosium here stored is now gone. And they are They are really going for the A points. And they are definitely not defending Rig G.
This needs to be an exact replica of a goal match where it's primarily NC versus TR, and no doubt we'll see relics G and H continuously change hands.
Yeah, I think it will be interesting to see because we haven't seen the gold match teams focusing on the warp gate base except at the right at the end with the relic F. But the relic A being attacked is really interesting. I like it. It's a bit sad that it's being traded for the rig G, but now that the NC are going to be redeployed from G to A, if they have any spawn option. But for now, it's not happening, and there's only a minute left. Let's have a look at those bases NC made. I'm seeing a lot of mosquitoes. And
NC trying to steal the cap potentially at relic I.
oh, they can do that indeed. Let's have a look at it. I mean, it might cost them their warp gate base, but they could try and get on it. 30 seconds left. That yep, that Valkyrie, however, seems to be trying to destroy that beacon, but not successfully. Why am I not getting the score now? What the hell? What happened?
It just seems that OW is extremely scuffed. TR managed to get the capture point on relic A. 5 seconds to go. Managed to resecure it. TR now threatening the TR warp gate. Their relic G now cut off. Relic H will go through in one minute. Maybe TR can drop relic H at the last few seconds and steal that capture point. So NC going for F to counter.
So interesting. So the TR has 3 points, 4 points now with relic I, but oh, they might steal H, and they might they are flipping H, and it will put them in a strong advantage. The NCR focusing relic C, which is probably a good thing to do. 10% population for VS. Yep, the TR are going to flip H, so this TR seems to be in quite in a strong position right now. Even if they look relic F, it's going to they will be able to send some people to defend it. Relic I is being attacked though too, so everyone it's like the previous match. Everyone is cutting off everyone's bases.
Will we see the relic H forces redeploy onto either relic I or relic F?
I think they should go for relic. I don't know which one they should focus on.
If they go for I, then they still have relic G cut off.
NC got a second base now, like at this not cut second base with the relic C, but where are they going? Are we going to see that? No, they're probably going to redeploy. They have NC as a TR as a base in the relic I, so they could easily redeploy there. I think. I'm seeing a spawn. Wait, is that a spawn tube? I think it is. I'm not really good at construction bases. NC is doing a good job at arresting all the bases from TR right now. Let's go at Relic F. I think Relic F was defended by TR, who also has a base near it. So they're bringing.
Quite interesting to see how close these player bases are in the center. And TR redeploying to Relic F to secure, leaving Relic I 1 minute left on the cap. Will we see a big TR redeploy just to manage to resecure that?
It seems they will. Like they are using the hammer strategy, just hammering with population the base to defend them, and then going back to defend whatever is struggling here. The flip air started on Relic G. It doesn't mean a lot, but it means that a few NC will have to defend it. Relic I is, however, quite endangered now. Despite a strong show of mosquitoes, I'm not seeing any TR there. Oh yes, there is actually a few ones, but they are dead. In 20 seconds, I don't think TR will be able to...
Quite a heavy NC force on Relic side A. 1 minute to go on that timer. Relic F is now secured. Relic G has 1 minute 10 seconds.
Look at
I
Relic
goes
I.
down to the last few
5
seconds.
seconds, and TR just resecured it. That's really good. VS is attacking Relic C, so NC will not have that second base. I think in terms of scores, which would be great to have on screen, sadly it's not working, TR is already quite ahead in score. They already have a 50-point advantage.
Now that TR have essentially defeated the NC at Relic I, we should start to see them redeploy to either contest Relic A or reinforce a G or F points.
I mean, if they go and resecure Relic A, they have really broken every attack that NC threw at them. Like the I and the A base and the F base are defended. The G point is being flipped, but it's being defended. But it's still strongly advanced in the capture time. Relic H is being flipped right now, but it's not a strong population. So yeah, even if they lost Relic A, they secured 4 bases and they're doing a good job at it. Like they're staying ahead in score.
NC and TR are investing quite a lot of resources into Relic Point C. TR Prowlers at Relic at C.
TR is attacking Relic A again. They are trying to flip the point. They are flipping the point. So no respite for NC here. Relic G is flipping in favor of TR in only 30 seconds. And Relic H is being attacked, Relic I too, but those timers are not stopping. I mean, Relic I has been fought over since the beginning, and I don't think it flipped back full in favor of anyone. And NC is back on it, so they only have a minute left to... No, wait. They need to get on point here. I think we're going to see another TR victory here. The map is really interesting to look at. Like, we're seeing fights everywhere. It's a bit more spreaded than the first match we've casted. Let's have a look at maybe... I mean, Relic A is in strong hands of the NC, the TR, but the NC is harassing the point. I didn't know that they had anti-infantry turrets here for NC. Finally dead, and despite the fact that NC recaptured the A point, TR is back on it. VS has 9%. They get lower in the population. Relic H was captured by NC and is being flipped by TR. Relic I is going to flip for NC if the NC does nothing about it, and VS is attacking Relic E. Interesting. So it's 4 bases for everyone except VS, but the score. The NC managed to get up a bit, but they are still behind. Like, they're 70 points behind. It seems like VS on the Soltech server is quite very low population, like even lower than by our regular standard. The fact on Relic A is constant. I think the point flipped like 3 times already.
Relic I, 7 seconds, going to NC by the looks of it.
Yeah,
TR playing right outdoors, right outside the base.
Look at Relic E, the VS are going to flip it.
Only 40 seconds, will we see a TR response to that?
We can even see NC trying to steal it. Oh, I have to look at that. And what's happening? TR has a base there, but it's being quite harassed by the VS player here. And oh god, the TR not going to defend it.
5 seconds, and Relic Slide A switches to TR.
So 4 bases to 4 bases, and sadly VS is still holding Relic E. The Mosquitoes are not going to flip it. VS capturing 1 base for TR, that's putting them in the disadvantage in score right now. And Relic E is being flipped. I mean, capturing that relic A was quite a strong show, but we need to have a look at the big picture. And if a few VS are able to capture your warp gate base, that's not good. Because right now, for example, TR has no way to attack relic I. NC is focusing a lot on relic G. I'm seeing a lot of population redeployment there. TR finally sending population to relic E. Where is NC population? Let's have a look at the score maybe in the meanwhile. So it's a 215 for RWCN and 162. So still a 50-point advantage. NC is slowly closing the gap because they have one more base now.
So unlike the previous game, we are seeing a lot more player-made bases. On the previous game, you only really saw player bases and like the shield game placed on like the home relics. But now you start to see a lot more player bases within the center points. Primarily this time around by TR. TR having player bases set around the map.
I mean, look at Relic E, they still have their base. I mean, I don't think there's any spawn options, but it's still there. I don't know what's the use of it. That being said, the flail is not being used. At least I'm not seeing it on the map, and I'm looking at the map quite a lot. But they just spawn for vehicles, I guess. I think TR will resecure Relic E, especially if VS is attacking Relic C. NC attack fail on Relic G. It was quite close, but NC is recurring Relic A. That match is really close. Yeah, it seems that NC has a strong hold on Relic A. So it's 3 bases to 4 right now, unless VS recapture Relic C. But it can go from for 4 bases in TR in not that short of a time, and only 3 for NC. So
It is sad to see that the VS population has not risen, but unlike the previous game, VS are chasing the capture points with 44 seconds on the capture point for Relic C.
Yep.
They don't have the manpower to hold Relic E, but the fact that they managed to push towards TR warp gate will be a major thorn in TR's side at the moment. 35 seconds on the Relic A capture point. We'll probably see this go to NC unless TR can respond to this. NC managed to steal the. Oh, maybe we'll see NC steal the cat.
Oh no! Are they going to do it? They're doing it! I'm seeing the point flip! I mean, it's not that many people, but
Big,
it's 3, 4.
NC
Oh god, are they going to do it? This will definitely make them
trying desperately to keep the NC off the point.
And they
NC managed to steal it in the last few seconds.
Beautiful. I mean, it was at the cost of a Relic C, I guess, but that's 4 or 5 bases for NC and only 2 for TR.
Both Relic E and Relic A fall to NC, and we start to see an NC push onto Relic G. Will we see NC dominate the centermost Relic points?
That was a really good move. That was like a really good something like we should see more, I think.
TR counterattacking onto Relic side E enforce quite a considerable amount of TR, to be honest. But this is the time now NC can use to take Relic G. Now that the TR is so invested in retaking Relic E, that frees up a lot of NC to focus on taking G and defending Relic A, and potentially even getting a cap on Relic F, and then NC can just swap between F and E over and over again.
I have to say that VS is being annoying as hell, even more than previous match. I feel like that flip on the Relic E was just the fact of VS attacking it and NC stealing it.
You see TR push now heading on to the point at G. TR Prowler managing to get rid of the NC spawn solutions.
NC is fighting back on everywhere, like the flip on G is sadly getting back for the TR for NC, but look at the F and the E relic, like the NC are back on it. They are going to resecure it, I think. Where's the population from for you, NC? Or is it maybe vehicles somewhere? I don't know where it is, but it's definitely there. NC is playing the game of flipping everything as fast as possible here. And they are doing a good job at it. They still have 5 bases, and I think if you look at the score, NC is 11 points behind TR, so they closed the gap. But they are not able to resecure the E point. And I think VS is trying to steal Relic E! Oh my god!
Relic B and H flapping to VS right now. NC and TR really focused on the western side of the continent here. Relic F will go to NC in 44 seconds.
Oh god. VS is just focusing on NC right now. They are capturing Relic H and B. And they try to steal Relic E, so quite interesting. The F Relic is probably where it's at right now. We are seeing anti-infantry turrets. Interesting play here.
It's a shame that the VS haven't managed to hold on to Relic D. They could have potentially stole the cap at Relic I.
The fight on F is quite tenuous. And we're seeing TR getting back in shape. They are taking back Relic I, which is endangering their Relic E base. And Relic D is also flipping for TR, while VS is focused on the NC front. Which is putting everyone more in the 1v1 setup, even though I don't think VS will be able to attack NC and defend against TR at the same time.
There seems to be no established front lines this game.
No, it's a... Look at the map, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases being flipped at the same time. Out of 9? That's quite a lot. Wait, is it 9? It's 9. TR managed to defend Relic F, but they need to resecure Relic G now. Will VS try to steal Relic E? I mean, if there is one thing Outfit is making me work on my English alphabet pronunciation, because
I do feel like the names of these bases could be changed to something different, because saying Relic A, Relic B, Relic C, it's just not like intuitive enough. Like you could just call it Alpha Bravo Golf Charlie Delta,
yeah, that's true.
Echo.
That's true. We should flip to that way as well, maybe.
Because saying Relic G, Relic H is confusing sometimes. So I think the devs should just rename the bases and just make them, like Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. Exactly. Because calling them Relic, it's a bit of a mouthful, really.
Oh, VS is going to flip to capture Relic B. What's the call sign for H, by the way? Hector?
H would be hotel.
What?
Yeah, hotel.
Hotel. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so now NC only has 2 bases. They lost their Warpgate base just like TR lost theirs a few minutes earlier. If we look at the score, we are almost halfway through, and the score is 2 points close between NC and TR. This match is almost as tense as the previous one, even more so. TR is attacking Relic A again, and that's definitely what they should do, but they are being attacked at Relic I again. If you have any comments in the stream or the commentating on the camera, right, do not hesitate on the Twitch chat. I'm seeing all of you right now. 57.
And, 0 seconds on the Relic I capture point. Both teams fighting for that steal.
It's really close fight. It's 50-50. I'm seeing a lot more Valkyries than in the previous match.
TR going for the Relic A to try and catch. We see an auto strike going on Relic G.
Oh, really? Relic G, where is it? Is it there? Yeah, but what's the point of that?
Oh, I mean, see, not a lot gained from that. TR slowly taking Relic Point A. Will we see?
They have the population there, that's for sure. And they capture Relic D, so TR should go quite above in the score right now. They're already 16 points ahead.
VS still capturing bases, now holding B, H, and C. Relic D being contested by TR. This is even though VS have a low population, they are doing considerably better than the other VS outfit earlier.
Yep, I feel it's like two. And they're not
Despite the
switching target all
manpower,
the time. Like they're free base right now. That's quite impressive. And they're definitely doing a lot of work for 1/4 of the population of every opponent.
25 seconds on eye.
Yeah, but it's in defense because TR is defending it. Relic A was, oh god, I'm looking at that. I hope it's not a bug, because if that was the last secondary secure by TR, it was. Oh god. And also, look at that Spitfire placement. It doesn't have the range, sadly. And it seems like NC is using the anti-air shields from TR.
VS managed to re-secure Relic B. If they can hold Relic Site D for another 30 seconds, VS will then go to 4 bases that they control.
I mean, VS right now is really putting NC behind, because there are at least 2 bases that NC should and could have. And wait, what? Oh, scene control. Okay, I was scared about that. And it seems like TR is going ahead right now. They're but still getting control of Rig D, which should be for VS. So they're NC is really behind because of VS right now. And TR is attacking Relic H, which is not going to be defended by VS. I think they don't have the population for it. Maybe NC can try and steal it, but I don't feel like it's going to happen.
Unfortunately for VS, they managed to get back onto the capture point at D point. 39 seconds.
Oh,
Small
yep.
skirmish. TR trying to keep that under their influence.
Let's go there.
NC now pushing Relic B. TR pushing Relic H.
VS is going to recapture Rig D. And they are going to lose Rig B and H. But Rig B is taking a lot of time to be resecured. NC is not going to get their third base, and NC and TR will get a fourth, despite losing D. Let's have a look at Rig H. I mean, if there's one thing, TR seems to have a really strong control of the air. I'm seeing mosquitoes all everywhere and almost no rivers. That lone Liberator is doing as much as he can, but I think he has to run away. Relic H is going to go for TR. TR could even go and try and steal Relic B. This match could go everywhere. Look at Relic F. It's the NC warp gate is being attacked. Wait, is it? No, the TR warp gate is being attacked. All their bases are being attacked. This is the 1v1v1 thing. Like, even if VS doesn't have a lot of population, if you get attacked by both sides on your warp gates, you're in a bad situation. Despite even if you have 4 bases. Let's have a look if TR managed to defend Rig F, because they really need to. It's their only like oh no, it's not the most important base actually. It's Rig E, but they have population there. And she seems to be quite in control of Rig F. And let's see, I think the fight is at Rig E. It's flipping right now, so TR probably managed to resecure the point here, and they really needed to. And they're even attacking Rig D, so they're putting pressure on the timer. VS going to for Rig B, really?
I love NC dying in the TR player base at Relic F.
Come on, you can do it, little VS. Yes, wait, he cannot flip it back. Oh, that's sad. The Rig B cannot be. Wait, why can't he be there? Oh, there's an infiltrator somewhere. Oh, poor. So I was watching at, I think it's a light assault from VS trying to defend Rig B, but he did not find the cloaked NC there, and he wasn't able to recapture the base despite being alone. That's really sad for him. So it's 4 bases against 3 for NC right now and 2 for VS. The score is almost close to 500, and there's only 60 points in advance for TR. Yes, I'm correct. Relic C is being flipped for NC, but maybe VS will defend it. TR did not manage to hold the point on Relic D. Relic E is securing bite. Let's have a look where everything is going. Oh, the capture went on from Relic F. Yeah, like there was a lot of NC population, and I don't think TR was able to defend every base at the same time. But the NC now has the advantage in terms of bases. This is back and forth. A lot of MBTs for TR, though I'm not sure if that's where you want population to be able to do. So now TR is going to spend a lot of time recapturing Relic F when they could be attacking Relic G. And NC has a lot of free population. Maybe they will attack Relic H, that could be a good thing. Or maybe just try and capture Relic I. Cutting bases off is somewhat strong because you don't let score from the cut-off bases, I think. But it's not as strong as on live server where you lose spawn options because you don't have spawn options on the bases. Yep. Relic F is going to be recaptured for sure. Relic C is being attacked, but I don't think it's going to work. I hope I'm not losing my voice already because I have a lot of match cast today. TR is doing a good thing on Rig G. They're outnumbered. Wait, they were outnumbered, but they are flipping it now. And NC is not defending Rig F, which is fine, I guess. TR is going to go back in advance on the score, and they still have 50 points ahead, so they're really fine and resecuring those bases. Maintaining even a 1 base disadvantage is fine for them. They are ahead right now, and they're going to be able to go back to a more even amount of bases. NC is going back on Brig G now. Let's have a look at the map. They are 50-50 population now, but NC has TR has a base, and they seem to be in quite a... Oh wait, they are not. There's not a lot of TR, it seems like, or they are inside, so they're threatened on the point here, and the point is flipping back and forth. TR seems to be in quite a strong position. They need to kill those beacons. Those lighters need to do the job. Yep, nope, not good enough. The Rig G is still a minute to go through, and NC is attacking Rig I, VS is attacking Rig E. TR is once again attacking and defending everywhere, but I don't think they're going to be able to go through everywhere.
Player bases getting orbital striked to the west of Relic I, not really making that much of an impact. That orbital strike could have been used on a base itself.
Was it an NC orbital strike?
NC orbital strike onto a CR player base.
Look at what's happening. Like TR is once again pushing for Rig A, and they seems to have the population there. NC is attacking Rig C, Rig H, and Rig I at the same time. Wait, no, Rig I is defended, and VS is also trying to attack Rig E. So TR, I think, is doing the best. Like they defended 2 of the bases, they're attacking another one, and they try to capture Rig G, but I think they are going to lose it if we look at the population. There isn't a lot of TR back on the point here, but it's 15 seconds. The NC need to get on it. Oh, those TR needs to get on the point. They need to collapse here. There's 4 NC now, and I'm seeing more than 4 TR not on the point. It's a 50-50 population fight here. The MBTs are trying to do what they can, I guess, but not going to work. And TR is going back and flipping the points. That's it, they are doing it. It's only 15 seconds, they just need to hold it for 50 seconds. 10 actually. Yep, they are doing it. They are capturing Relic G despite a strong defense by NC, and I mean, they lost the attack on Relic A, but I mean, attacking two places at the same time and getting one capture is still good enough because the enemy is not attacking; they are only defending. And now they are maybe going to try and go back to redeploy there. I don't think so. The NTR on point are being reduced to crumble. It's a four bases for everyone, but it's fine for TR. They are the one with the score advantage. And they are still being the aggressive ones, despite being in the advantage. They are not defending because the NC is struggling to be everywhere.
Especially with the VS chipping away at Relic C.
Yep, indeed. But I mean, the Relic C should not be in their hands, so they should be happy to have that score for free at the S. If VS was a thing, they would definitely not have Relic C. Points are again flipping everywhere. Relic A is flipping back for NC, but TR is going there again, and it's only a 1 minute capture time if they manage to get on the point, which they are. And VS is trying to flip Relic E, but they have less than a squad, so let's have a look at Relic G. Interesting enough that those bases near the G point aren't destroyed at all. They are managing to defend Relic G, but there's still a lot of NC there, so that's not easy for them. Relic A is being defended for sure. Relic E is not being defended right now.
So we see another orbital strike coming down.
It's finally destroying most of that base.
Onto another player base, another wasted orbital strike. Not really doing. These player bases don't make that much of a difference.
I don't think they are. I think even those embeds trying to destroy it, they're just not that useful. You would need more people on the point. Relic G is being defended again, and the point is almost flipping back completely. Relic E is still not really defended. It's a 50-50, but that's not a lot of people. And she's still defending Relic C, though. They're doing the good job here. They know that base is defendable. The VS doesn't have the population to be.
NC managed to resecure Relic A, still under quite a heavy TR pressure here. G is also contested population-wise. VS tried to get a sneaky cap onto Relic I and E at the same time. TR responding to that.
And TR is back on Relic A, but I don't think. Oh wait, that's really tense. Fights everywhere. I really like that. That's really how Planetside should be. A lot of fights everywhere. Platoons having to spread squads and making difficult decisions on where to put population, and people having to win their 50-50 fights.
It's still a shame that this bronze and the gold Soltech games for VS have been quite underwhelming in terms of manpower. As we again start to see the VS population slowly rise up by 1 or 2%, they still continue, like the previous gold game, to fight the fights they can fight, essentially. And they have been having a few bases here and there, and they are applying the pressure when and where they can, but it seems to be that whoever they focus on will help the other team indirectly regardless, rather than having the manpower to chip away at both opposing factions.
Seems like TR is having a good hold on Relic A for now. It's not spending a lot of population there. TR resecuring Relic F with a lot of population. I don't think there is even a need to go there. They will get that point back for sure, and they are. Ooh, going a bit too fast here. And yep, TR is getting on the point despite a strong setup. Seeing a lot less Spitfires, by the way, than the last match. Yep, TR is resecuring Rick F. I think the match is not really going to move, and TR is doing a really good job at defending every base they have and being aggressive so that NC also has to defend theirs. And if we look at the score, I think we're almost past 100 points left. Like there's 120 points left for RWCN to get the final win.
TR are on the defensive here. There is a timer on every single TR base at the moment.
I mean,
whether it be a resecure or a capture.
Look at the silver match score and look at the bronze match score. The VS on the bronze match having more points than the VS on the silver match, despite only having half the population. And they will get more. The VS is once again attacking relic E. And NC is still having to spend a lot of population on the relic C. Oh, that's really... Rig G battle is quite intense too. The NC are almost close to the point, but it's really hard. And that anti-infantry turret being quite annoying. Yep, no, you're dead. The NC doing...
TR construction turret on the G point.
Yeah, he's doing a nightmare.
Gunning down NC.
The NC has the point now and they have the base, so they will be able to destroy it, but it's an intense battle still. I think NC is still able to spawn from the base near it, so...
Quite a clever use of the turrets here. The turrets are really shooting through the NC here, just really annoying them.
I hope we will have a statistic somewhere. Milestone, if you're watching us, we need you here.
Many NCs dying to this turret.
That turret is still alive, it surprises me. Like, we're not seeing EVs rocketing it at all.
It is essentially a Spitfire on steroids.
Yes, it is, but we have a TR orbital strike and NC is running for the building. It might destroy their own turrets though. No, it did not, oh god.
The turret endures.
The machine's fate is strong with this one. The tank battle is raging outside it. It seems like TR is still having most of the control of any vehicle, be it in the air or on the ground. But NC is on the point here, and if we look at the map, VS, I mean, it's still 4 bases to 4 bases, but it's still a 50-point advantage for TR, and NC is not having the advantage, and they're getting really close to the victory. There's less than 100 points left now.
VS contesting Relic I at the moment.
So really, yes, VR. Oh, and they seems to be
20 seconds. Will we see VS from Relic Point
Let's
C
go there.
redeploy just to try and get this capture? In the last 20 seconds, TR managed to get on point. One guy goes down. NC trying to steal. VS trying to counter steal. A small three-way skirmish on the capture point itself between all three factions.
I mean, NC can steal it, so it's a good idea from them, and they have some people on the point. Well, now they are dead, but TR is doing the best they can to not lose that base to either DS or NC. And another orbital
All
strike
those strikes going down from both factions.
Yeah.
On the I side, both TR and NC nuking each other's spawn solutions.
I mean, you need 2 orbital strike to nuke a base because the shield is protecting most of the buildings from the first orbital strike. But that being said, TR, I mean, that base was making TR defending that the G base quite easier, even though NC is getting the capture on it. Relic I is defending with G go through, so NC now has finally 5 bases and they can go up in the score, but it's only 39 points for RWCN before the win, while 3K DC still have 90 to go ahead. The score, unless VS focus on TR right now and NC managed to capture all of the bases too, it's not going to go through. And we are not seeing VS attacking anything else right now. I mean, oh, they're getting a Rig C back, but that's not good for 3K DC. Rig F was an attempt at NC to get another base, but I don't think that's going to work. I think the match is over now. I don't think NC is going to be able to capture enough bases. It's 27 points left. I think someone need to have a look at all the math I've made in the score and check When did I failed at the math? 23. I think it's over. I don't think NC can capture a base and prevent TR from having any score. If we look at, yeah, we're not seeing any attack. I mean, any meaningful wall. Relic E maybe is going to be interesting. I want to have a look at how many kills the Mosquito had, because I think they probably had a lot. We have seen a lot of bunching.
I'm quite interested to see how the ultimate Spitfire turret kills it got, because it was killing quite a lot of NC there. And the turret is still up, and they are slowly trying to destroy it with. See how sending a lot of population to Relic D.
Relic F is being captured. Let's have a look at the score. Oh, it's 7 points before it's captured. That being said, 3KDC is only 41 points, so I mean it's going to be too close. 6 points is the. I mean, even if you attack the base, the base is still giving points. So sadly, TR will go through in 2 ticks, I think. Yep, in the next tick, I think it's 20 seconds. Is over. Yep, it's over. So another victory for TR in quite an interesting match again. I would really want to see the match without VS. Not to say that VS not showing up is a good thing, because I think most of those VS would probably want to have a fair match, but a
Well,
1v1
massive
setup.
respect to the VS for
Oh
turning
yeah.
up and doing their best. Essentially, they did quite well despite the numbers different. I think even the gold VS did quite a good job for the cards that they got dealt.
That's a really good. I mean, those were quite intense matches. Like both matches were really close in score for the two top outfits. So if we have a look at the score here, uh, on on the gold match, we have YLBT winning with only a 90 point advantage, so quite a fair one against HHZS and CNOP, who only showed up with a 14% population. So sadly, they did the best they could, but they still got almost 300 points, which is as much as TCFB got in the silver match, despite having a full population. The NC win on the silver match was quite convincing, I think. They had doubled the score of the other ones. And the bronze match was the closest one, definitely, with only 33 score difference in the two outfits. So it was a good match. I mean, it was really intense, and it was really going everywhere.
So, just for the viewers in his channel, just to go quickly through the somewhat outfit war schedule, not necessarily the lane smash schedule. So, the next match on this channel, in particular, on Pintside Battles 2, will be the 1800 UTC Miller Gold match, followed by the 1900 UTC Miller Bronze on this channel. I'll be doing the silver 1830 for Miller. Obviously, at the same time, 1800 UTC, 1830 UTC, and 1900. So several games at the same time. You will find the Cobalt games on the main Planetside Battles channel, and you'll find the Miller games on the Planetside Battles 2 channel, which is this channel you're watching currently. Just to ease some confusion there. So many games this afternoon, also including the Lane Smash games. But the outfit wars will go from now all the way to 0400 UTC, with the last few games getting played on the Connery Distillation.
Yep. And we'll be casting. I will be with Farah casting the gold and bronze match from Miller, which should start at 18 UTC. And this one should be really interesting. BHO versus Dig versus BRTD. So BHO won the first match last month. BRTD won the silver match, and Dig, who was in the silver match last time and were seconds, now in the bronze one. So in the gold one. So quite interesting. I'm really happy to have casted that match. I need to prepare, I think, for some land smash now. I don't know when is it exactly. I think it's in 1 hour. But I should be get some rest from my voice. And we'll be casting, I think, YLBT versus. Let me have a check. YLBT versus TMNT. So quite a strong match. TMNT is the leading team in the B1 bracket, from what I know. And that match starts in 1 hour indeed. So yep, the gold bracket, bracket winner in Soltech versus the leading bracket one Lens Smash tournament, TMNT. That will be really interesting. All right, well, unless viewers have any question, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you everyone for watching. Seeing 89 viewers. So thank you everyone for watching. I
Yeah,
hope
we
you
were
enjoyed
rated
it.
by the other channel, which is
Yep.
a great feature, by the way. But to the viewers, thank you for watching. It was a pleasure to co-cast with Marty here,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll see you guys for the remainder of today's matches, as well as the ongoing Lane Smash season.
A lot of action right now today in Lens Smash and Overwatch. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope we'll see you again today. So get some rest, get on planet side, get some kill, I guess, and come back to watch the incoming Lens Smash game. Well, I'm getting the stream. See you guys.